Have you ever felt drained after a simple meeting? Ever gone over everything you wanted to say, but stayed quiet because the room just felt too loud? Maybe you're that kind of woman who works better alone, who thinks before speaking, who prefers depth over exposure. And if that's you, let me tell you something. The workplace was never built for you. For a long time, there was only room for those who knew how to sell themselves. The loud ones, the ones who could own the room with charisma, a strong voice, and that stage presence. Women who chose to observe, reflect, and deliver consistently were always told the same thing. You need to loosen up. You need to show up more. You need to be more talkative. As if being more reserved was a flaw. As if not wanting to be seen meant not wanting to grow. So, you try. You push yourself. You sit through meetings that drain your energy. You rehearse lines before a Zoom call. You practice how to act at a networking event. And at the end of the day, you feel like you spent more time pretending to be someone else than actually being yourself. That silent pressure to fit a certain mold is exhausting. And worse, it takes your energy away from what really matters. Creating, producing, thinking with clarity and calm. But what if I told you something is changing? What if I told you that now you can work, grow, and stand out without changing who you are? Without having to perform, without forcing yourself to be visible. Artificial intelligence is creating a new game. One where what matters is what you deliver, not how you act in a crowded room. Today, there are tools that let your talent shine even if you choose silence. Tools that help you create content, build projects, automate tasks, design digital products, and even lead without ever having to leave your own safe space. And this is just the beginning. Introverted women are finally getting a seat at the table in a market that's ignored them for too long. But this space is still new. Most people haven't noticed the shift that's happening, and those who get it now will be ahead of the curve. They'll build careers that feel lighter, more authentic, and, yes, more profitable without giving up who they are. This video is for you. For the woman who always felt like she didn't belong in this market. Who's thought about quitting because she felt out of place. Who wants to grow? Absolutely, but on her own terms. With freedom. Over the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how AI is opening up quiet but powerful career paths for women like you. And I'll walk you through 5 real opportunities you can start exploring right now, even if you've never used AI before. So take a deep breath and come with me, because maybe for the first time you'll realize that your way of being isn't just valid, it's an advantage. And this could be the beginning of your own revolution. For decades, the professional world has been shaped around one kind of personality, the extrovert. The person who talks easily, dominates meetings, and isn't afraid to speak up, show up, and draw attention. The kind who loves a happy hour, networks effortlessly, and feels right at home on stage or in a video call with 10 people at once. That became the model for competence, for leadership, for success. And little by little, companies started valuing those who could communicate more than those who actually got results. And where did that leave introverted women? Women who listen before they speak, who'd rather write than improvise, who need quiet to think and space to create. Women who thrive in calm environments, bloom away from chaos, and feel safer in strategy than in the spotlight. These women were overlooked, not because they were less capable, but because the system wasn't designed for them. It wasn't built to value deep thinking, quiet creativity, or introspective intelligence. Quite the opposite. From an early age, they were told they needed to change. You're too quiet. You need to speak up more. You have to put yourself out there. You should be more active in meetings. There was always this idea that if you wanted to grow, you had to perform. So, they try. They force smiles. They show up to social events that feel meaningless. They spend hours preparing for meetings that last just a few minutes. They carry that constant weight of always feeling one step behind, not because they lack talent, but because they're not playing the self-promotion game, and the result: anxiety, exhaustion, burnout. That feeling of always pretending, of occupying a space that demands something you're not. And when that goes on for too long, it chips away at your confidence. You start to question your abilities. You compare yourself to louder coworkers. You begin to wonder if maybe you just don't have what it takes to grow. But you were never the problem. The problem is that the environment never knew how to recognize the value of silence. How many brilliant ideas were never heard because they came from someone who didn't like to interrupt? How many smart solutions stayed buried in notebooks because the person who wrote them down didn't feel safe sharing them? How many amazing women stayed stuck in average roles not because they lacked skill, but because they lacked space? Now imagine that multiplied by millions of women around the world, each one silently feeling like she's the only one going through this. But here's the truth: you're not alone. This is a pattern, a cycle, and finally, it's starting to break. We're entering a new era, and the ones leading this transformation aren't giving big speeches. They're building big systems, powerful tools, and more than anything, they're using big intelligence, both artificial and human. Artificial intelligence is changing the game quietly and profoundly. Just like you, it's leveling the playing field, because now it's no longer about who speaks better. It's about who delivers better. It's about who knows how to use the right tools to get more done with less. It's about who solves problems efficiently, who turns ideas into action without needing to be front and center. Today, you can build an entire project with AI without having to talk to a single person. You can write a book, design a course, automate workflows, edit videos, organize systems, all using intuitive, accessible tools built to simplify, not to impress. And that means women like you, who have always felt pressured to be someone else, can finally win by being exactly who they are. Because AI doesn't judge. It doesn't care about posture or presence. It follows commands. And well-crafted commands, they're pure gold. And do you know who gives the best commands? The ones who observe. The ones who think before acting. The ones who have patience, clarity, and intention. Exactly what introverted women have in abundance. But here's the thing: this shift is still recent, and many women haven't realized yet that the game has changed. They're still trying to fit into a system that's already becoming outdated. Meanwhile, the ones who understand the power of AI now, they'll take the lead. They'll start building a new kind of career, one designed for the very profile that's been ignored for far too long. A career with more freedom, more purpose, more balance, without pressure to become someone they're not. You don't have to reinvent yourself. You just have to reposition yourself. And artificial intelligence can be the bridge between your talent and the career you've always dreamed of, but never thought was possible. You can use AI to boost your productivity, to generate income, to work from home, on your terms, at your pace, with focus and without exposure. This isn't some far-off dream. It's already happening. And if you're listening to this right now, it might be your time too. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 5 real opportunities. Careers you can start exploring today, even if you've never touched AI before. Careers that were built for women like you. introverted, intelligent, and ready to build a different kind of path. So stay with me, because what's coming next might be exactly what you've been waiting for all these years. A way to grow without having to shout. Now that you understand how the professional world has long been unfair to more reserved women, it's time to flip the script. Because yes, there's a new path, and it's more accessible than you might think. Artificial intelligence is creating quiet opportunities, real, practical, profitable ones that respect your pace, your energy, your way of thinking and expressing yourself. These are career paths that don't require exposure, forced networking, or the constant pressure to be visible. And the best part, you can start any of them today with what you already have: a computer, an internet connection, and a desire to shape your future. If you love writing, organizing ideas, researching topics, and turning knowledge into something useful, there's a space for you. With tools like Chat, you can write blog articles, video scripts, ebooks, social media posts, emails for companies, even product descriptions for online shops. And no, you don't need to be a marketing or communication expert. All it takes is learning how to structure a clear message, ask the right questions, and adapt your tone to the right audience. Chat doesn't write for you, it writes with you. It's a creative partner that speeds up your process and boosts your productivity. You can offer services as a freelance writer, ghostwriter, copywriter, or technical content creator. You can work with agencies, female entrepreneurs, or even build your own original content. You can monetize through platforms like Medium, Substack, or Hotmart. And all of this without showing your face, without speaking on camera, without pitching yourself in meetings. Your writing, your delivery, your voice, even a quiet one, will speak for you. If your talent lies in the visual world, if you have a good eye and love turning ideas into images, you can use tools like Canva AI and Midjourney to create stunning visual content, even with no previous design experience. With Canva, you can build professional layouts in just a few clicks. The system suggests elements, matches colors, and adapts formats. Midjourney, on the other hand, transforms simple prompts into unique, detailed, artistic images. You can create ebook covers, social media, graphics, infographics, presentations, catalogs, planners, ready-to-sell templates, and much more. You can work as a freelance designer, sell design bundles on platforms like Etsy or Creative Market, or support small businesses that need a visual presence but don't have the budget for big agencies. And once again, you can do all of this from the quiet of your own space, without exposure, and with total autonomy. If you're someone who loves organization checklists, planning, timelines, dashboards, well-structured systems, you can turn that into a promising career as a freelance automation specialist or digital productivity consultant. With tools like Notion AI, you can build smart systems for others. You can organize workflows, create personalized workspaces, goal trackers, content calendars, client dashboards, or financial trackers. Notion is an all-in-one platform that combines text, spreadsheets, calendars, and automation in one place. And with AI built in, you can build everything faster and with more clarity. Many businesses and female entrepreneurs are looking for help to organize their operations, digitize processes, and save time with less effort. You can offer ready-made packages, personalized services, or even online courses that teach how to use Notion strategically. You work alone, on your terms, without external pressure. Your value lies in your organization, your logic, your ability to turn chaos into clarity. And that is rare and deeply valued. Now, maybe you see yourself more as someone who loves to help from behind the scenes. Someone who solves practical problems, who keeps everything running smoothly. If that sounds like you, then the role of a virtual assistant with smart automations might be your zone of genius. This job has evolved a lot. It's no longer just about replying to emails or scheduling calendars. With tools like Zapier, Make.com, or IFTTT, you can create automated workflows between systems, set up smart responses, auto-update spreadsheets, send notifications, and keep databases clean and up to date. You can serve clients from all over the world, work remotely, bring stability through efficient systems, and do it all independently, without supervision, and without ever being in the spotlight. Finally, if you've ever thought about starting your own business but hate the idea of being in front of people or selling directly, know that AI is also opening incredible doors in the digital products space. You can create ebooks, planners, templates, practical guides, mini courses, or even smart checklists. You can sell them on platforms like Hotmart, Etsy, Gumroad, or Shopify. With Chat, you structure your content. With Canva, you turn that content into something beautiful. With automation tools, you handle the delivery. And with AI-powered marketing tools, you can automate sales, write emails, run ads, and track results. You create once and sell as many times as you want. Start with something simple, test it, improve it, scale it. Work on autopilot. Gain more freedom, more time, more peace. All of this while being fully yourself. No need to be an influencer. No need to dance on camera. No need to expose yourself. Because what matters here is not how much you show up, but how much value you deliver. And the most beautiful part, you don't have to pick just one of these opportunities. You can start with one, try another, combine skills, and build a work model that fits you. That's the greatest gift AI has to offer. It doesn't ask you to fit in. It adapts to you. It helps you grow using tools that match your lifestyle. You can build your income, your routine, your dream career at your pace. You can work from home, in comfort, with privacy and depth. You can make time for your personal life, take care of yourself, invest in you, without sacrificing everything for acceptance. Artificial intelligence allows your silence to become results. It turns your introspection into a competitive advantage. While so many are still trying to stand out by shouting, you can begin to build your independence quietly, with clarity, with strategy, using tools that support you, not ones that force you to act like someone you're not. These are real opportunities. They're open now, and they're tailor-made for women like you. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly why starting now could be the turning point between leading this movement or falling behind once it becomes saturated. This is the moment, and you are ready. You're living through a rare moment, one of those times that only happens when the world is truly about to change. And this time, the change has a name: artificial intelligence. But the most important thing isn't the technology itself. It's what it's making possible. It's who it's empowering. And most of all, it's the space it's creating for women who have never felt at home in the traditional marketplace. Women like you. The opportunities you've just discovered creating content with AI, designing with intelligent tools, automating systems, selling digital products discreetly are still flying under the radar. Most people haven't noticed the real potential of these roles. They're still stuck in the mindset that success means visibility, competition, constant presence, and fighting for attention. Meanwhile, a new, quiet market is being born. One where results matter more than performance, where depth matters more than speed, where clarity matters more than noise. This is exactly the kind of moment where the first movers rise, where those who understand early lead later, where those who learn now shape what comes next. But like everything in life, this window won't stay open forever. What feels like an advantage today will soon become the bare minimum. What looks like a competitive edge right now will soon be a basic requirement. Companies are waking up. Platforms are evolving. Clients are learning. Demand is growing fast. And the more people discover how AI can transform their careers, the harder it'll be to stand out. Right now, you can still start without knowing everything. You can make mistakes, try things out, adjust along the way. But soon, the market will demand immediate results, proven experience, a full portfolio. You could already be there, or you could be just starting, while others are already reaping the rewards. That's the difference between waiting too long and acting at the right time. And the right time is now. What's happening at this exact moment is what we call a window of opportunity. It's a small but powerful gap between the emergence of a new technology and its mainstream adoption. Those who jump in now get to learn calmly, experiment freely, build authority, claim space. When everyone else notices and rushes in, prices will be higher, competition will be tougher, platforms will be crowded, and then the game changes. You don't need to be ready. You just need to be willing to start, because no one starts big, but those who start now grow faster. While most people are waiting for the perfect moment which never comes, some women are already moving. They're offering services, creating products, learning by doing. And yes, they're already making money. They're becoming trusted voices. They're building the freedom that you can build too. Don't be fooled. The market isn't going to wait. It won't slow down to give you time to adjust. It won't hold space for you until you feel 100% ready. It's already moving. And every day you wait, someone else moves ahead. Not because they're better, but because they started first. That's the power of strategic advantage. It's not about being perfect. It's about being quick. It's about making a move while it's still light, still accessible, still fresh. Because everything that feels like an opportunity today might feel like a routine tomorrow. You can look ahead and picture yourself working in peace, getting well paid for what you do, owning your time, growing at your pace. But for that vision to become reality, you need to take a step right now. Even if it's small, even if it's uncertain, even if you don't have it all figured out. Just starting puts you ahead of 90% of people. And if you still have doubts, if you still feel unsure, breathe. You don't need to become an expert overnight. You don't need to quit everything. You can start with 1 hour a day. You can explore one tool at a time. You can study slowly, test carefully, apply gently. But you have to give yourself permission to start. Because what you don't start now could become the thing you'll regret not starting later. So the question is, 6 months from now, where do you want to be? Out in front, harvesting the rewards, or trying to catch up to the ones who started before you? The opportunities AI is offering right now there for you, yes, you. The woman who's always felt like she had to fit into a mold that didn't match her style. Who's always felt like the world was too loud, too fast, too aggressive. The quiet revolution is already happening. And if you don't step in now, you might have to shout later to get the spot that's quietly waiting for you today. Don't wait for the tide to rise to learn how to swim, because by then, it might already be too late. Start now, at your own pace, But start. This could be the most important step of your entire professional life, and you'll thank yourself every single day for not waiting any longer. The time is now, and you are ready.